Okay, I just today we have the introduction so that you know the how I'm presenting my lectures and you may cope up with my voice and the classes. Okay, and tomorrow onwards we go with the third unit onwards. Well, today with just introduction to data structures. First, my question is what is data structures? Why we need to go for this? Basic question. As we are learning data structure, we need to know what is data structure and why we need to go for this data structure. Different authors or presenters may say different thing. Let me first clarify about what is data and then what is data structures. So data, we may call as information as well. So what is difference between data and information? What is this and this? Data is a raw facts or observations. So information is a processed data. Let me say with example. Generally what we do, we have a process, we will get the output, we will get the input. So here input may be a data, output is information. So after processing the data, information will be obtained. So for example, in a class, we have a combination of both boys and girls. But we don't know how many boys are there, how many girls are there. How we can know how many boys or how many girls are there means we need to process based upon the gender, and then again we need to perform the operation count or addition operation. So here clearly we will get that 10 boys in the class, 12 girls in the class. See the difference between the data and the information. We know that in a class we have a boys and girls, but we don't know how many boys and girls is there. We can see, we can observe. How we can know how many boys and how many girls is there? Once we apply the processing steps, gender bias, and we add it out, we count it out. So after applying this processing step, the output will be like 10 boys and 12 goals. This is the information. With this information, we can take the decisions. But with the data, we can't take decisions. That is the major difference between the data and the information. Data is a raw fact. కనపడుతుంది కదా విండోస్, ఇది మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్.
No, sir.
Not even single person is see. Already, for me, it's showing that I have shared that one. Let me stop share and share once again. Now, is my screen is visible to you?
Okay, sir. No, sir.
No, sir. Yes, sir.
It's visible or not visible?
Visible, sir. Visible, sir.
What is on the screen?
Data information example.
Okay. Well, this is the data and the information. Data is the raw facts and information is the processed data. So with the help of the information, we can able to take the decisions. Whereas with the help of the data, we can't able to take the decisions. Data consists of much noises, etc., etc. Okay. Now we go for data structures. So we clear with the data. Some of the examples of data may be like text data, image data, audio, video, etc. The data may be how many types? The data may be any one of this form or all together, etc., etc. So, in order to process the information, we need to know the structure of the data. Without knowing structure of the data, we can't able to process it out. Nowadays, the data is unstructured.
Sir, screen is not visible in sir.
Hello, before you said it's visible, I didn't do anything. Not even single person is visible. I don't know what is the
Sir,
issue.
screen control, sir.
I shared the screen clearly. I shared entire screen now. What about now?
No, sir.
For me, it's getting screen share. Huh?
Yes, sir.
So the data may be structured or unstructured or semi-structured. So we all know that human being has some structure, dog has some structure, like that birds has some structure. So we can able to see and we can able to predict by the seeing the structure of the particular object. This is that water bottle has some structure, pen has some structure. Like that, the way how we understanding by seeing with the eyes. Similarly, the machine should understand what kind of structure it is. Then only the system can able to process. Without able to understand what type of data structure it is, the system face very difficult to understand. That's why we have some structured data. We need to supply the data to the system in a structured manner. So what are the some structured data means? The data may be structured in the form of stack or in the form of queue or in the form of linked list, etc. These are all the structures of the data. We have seen what is a data and how we will get information from the data, and why we require the structure means system need to understand what type of structure you are supplying to the system, so that I can able to process it out like that. So some of the familiar data structures are stack, queue, linked list, binary trees,
Sir, your voice is not audible clearly, sir.
binary trees, and etc. etc. These all are the data structures. Now, is my voice audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is the structure of the stack? The structure of the stack will be, see, everything will come from the nature. Whatever the human being will do in real life, the same thing we will do in the machine. Machine is not separate, and what we do in our life is not different. All are the same. If you put a plates, how we will put a place on the table? Assume this is a table. On a table we will put some plates. We will put some plates. So here what we doing? We placing a plate 1 on a table. Plate 2 is on a plate 1. Plate 3, plate 4, plate 5. If you try to insert a plate 6 in this place, means what we can do? We need to remove first plate 5, then plate 4, then we will insert plate 6, and then 4, and then 5. After performing these two operations, what will be the output? 1, 2, 3. Here we need to install it out. Am I right? Here the plate should come. So what we are doing here, we have inserted the plate 6 here, and then we have placed the plate 4, then we have placed the plate 5. This is like a stack. This is called a stack. If you want to remove a plate 1, for example. In this structure, I want to remove plate 1. So what are the operations we can perform here? We need to perform the remove operation. First we will remove 5, then 4, then 6, then 3, then 2. Finally we will remove the 1. Then we will perform the insert operation again. 2, 3, 6, 4, 5. So this is have some structure. What is the structure here means is called, this kind of structure is called a stack. So here what is happening means the removing an item from a stack and insertion an item to a stack will be done at only one end. That end is called a top of the stack. So the stack will looks like this, and we have one end called top. So we can perform the operations like insertion and deletion in one end. That end is called top end. This operation is called as push pop. Push operation and pop operation. Push means insertion, pop means deletion. So where this is performed means at one end. That end is called as top end. So this kind of structure is called a stack. If you place a books as well, one after the other, this is like a stack. First we need to remove 3, then 2, then 1, like that. The insertion and deletion operation will perform only one end. That end is called as top end. So this kind of structure is called stack. If you go to the queue, so we have some drawbacks in the stack. What is the drawback means? Insertion and deletion will perform at only one end, but I want to perform at two ends. So where we can perform insertion at one place and deletion at other place is called a queue. Like a queue in a bus, or queue to take a ticket, or a queue to pay a fee. So here the insertion and deletion operations are performing in two ends. So some drawback of stack is overcome here, so that the operations whatever we perform here will be reduced compared to the stack. And we need to know about memory. Why means how we storing the data in a computer. How we storing a data in a computer? It may be divided into tracks, sectors, chunks. Thus data storage may be a CD or DVD or hard disk, any type of storage device. It will be stored in the form of tracks, sectors and chunks. For example, in a hard disk, this may be a hard disk. This hard disk consists of track 1, track 2, track 3, track 4. So again the track 1 is divided into track 1 sector 1, track 1 sector 2, track 1 sector 3. Again this track 1 sector is divided into chunks, 3 chunks. This is track 1 sector 1 chunk 1, track 1 sector 1 chunk 2, track 1 sector 1 chunk 3. This is the way of storing the data. The physical storage of the data inside the storage device will be like this. So each and every chunk of the data has some address. That's why we call the address will be like this: 0001, 0002, 0003, 0004. So for each and every data we have a address. In this way we will store the data. Why I am saying about the data is, to perform the insertion and deletion operations in a queue or in a stack or in a linked list, that is we are deleting and inserting the data in a storage memory, in a memory location. That's why we need to know about the physical storage of the memory as well. Okay, well, then we have again, if you go into the deeper means, we have circular queue, etc, etc. Circular queue means the queue will be circular shape. I hope this all are already has done. I just recollecting the topics, the basic idea of a stack and basic idea of a queue. And one of the basic idea of a linked list is, we have items like this. The item will be 4, 5, 6. This is called a node. This is linked to here. This is called memory location. Memory location. Memory location. So every data in a list is linked to memory location. Why means, with the help of this memory location, easily we can able to identify where the next data is. This memory location is of this memory, this data location. This data memory will be here. This data memory will be here. So this kind of structure is called a linked list. Here we linking a data to the memory location of other data, and enhanced version of this will be like a double linked list. 2 memory locations and data. So like this, the data will be stored in the physical of the memory devices, and the devices will be both divided into the different sectors, segments and the chunks, and in this way we can able to access the data from the physical storage devices. As per the syllabus, I hope till here it may be covered. In next we need to discuss about binary tree, etc, etc. We will see in the next class. Up to now, you have any queries, any difficulties, any questions from today's class? What I have briefly said about a stack, queue and linked list, and any other queries, whatever you facing till now in the first unit and the second unit, please let me know. We will clarify today. Tomorrow onwards we will start with unit 3. Yes, if anybody have doubts regarding the previous things, you can ask me now.